what did I do to make you feel comfortable enough to tell me that? Because I don't want to do that again. Because I don't want you to feel comfortable talking about anybody to me. If it's not something positive, if it's something negative, if it's something to bring somebody down, it's somebody else's business. Please tell me what I did to make you feel comfortable to tell me that. I'm not going to do that no more, though.
Pray on me, so pray for me. Tick, tick, wait on it.
Hey Spice Squad, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Niall. Make sure you press that red subscribe button down below and press the bell so you don't miss a thing your girl posts. So today, guys, we are going to talk about not toxic relationships, but toxic friendships, which friendships are relationships, but I'm not talking about intimate relationships or boyfriend girlfriend type of problems. I want to talk about having toxic friendships, because toxic friendships can be just as damaging, if not worse, than a toxic intimate relationship. And I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell you guys about a toxic friendship that I was in. So this is gonna be a bit of a story time as well as a learning experience, because I'm gonna give you guys a few questions you should ask yourself about all the important friendships you have in your life, and see how you answer those questions. And based on how you answer those questions, you'll know if that friendship is beneficial, toxic, and if you should continue having that friendship. So y'all, I'm about to be real transparent, and this is the total opposite of me now, but this is why I have this channel, to share my experiences and the things I've been through in life, so you can learn from them, you can agree, and then try to make that change and that transformation, okay? So, I was friends with this girl, and this friendship, this girl like started a rumor about me, and one of those rumors were on my previous video that I posted before this one. So if you haven't seen my video on me addressing rumors I've heard about myself, make sure you check that video out. It'll be at the end of this video for you to click on the link. But anyways, so I was friends with this girl, super cute girl. She was super chick, she was super in, she had style, she can dress, like she was popping. And I don't know if that really means anything, but we became friends. How did we become friends? And I'm not even gonna say friends, because Shorty was never my friend, okay? But we became friends based on a mutual best friend of mine. I don't wanna get too deep into it because I don't really wanna single anyone out or for her to know she's that exact person, even though she could probably figure that out. But I don't want it to be any shade, you know what I mean? But we became friends based off a mutual, really close friend of mine that I would consider my best friend. And I found out that she was basically, you know that saying, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. I was considered an enemy in her eyes, and she was just keeping me closer. Little did I know. But I'm that type of person, I told you, like, I'm a nice person, like, and I'm the type of person that, like, wants people to like me, which isn't always a good thing and something I work on. Like, I want people to like me. So I could sort of be a people's pleaser, which is one of my weaknesses that I need to work on, because I can't please everybody. Like, everybody's not gonna like me. Everybody's not gonna fool with me. Everybody's not going to see the goodness in me. They're always gonna try to find something bad. But like my pastor say, like, in my head, everybody love me. If you don't like me, that's because you love me, period. But anyways, and so yeah, she was keeping me like closer as far as like an enemy, because she wanted to watch me and like be ahead of me to make sure I wasn't doing certain things based on this best friend of mine. We would text, we never hung out, which was should be a red flag. One of the main roots of our friendship was based on something negative. We had common people we did not like. So we would talk about those people we did not like. We would gossip about them. If I found something crazy out about the girl, I would be texting her, telling her like, oh girl, like, guess what I found out? Like, yeah, she doing this and she doing that. She not really this. She putting on this front about being this. And that was our common denominator, for us to talk about people, for us to gossip about people, for us to throw people under the bus. But little did we know, like, that's because we had insecurities and stuff messed up with us. And that should have been another red flag. We only really communicating and talking when we're talking about somebody else, when we're putting somebody else down, when we're being negative the entire time in the conversation. She also would like give me access to either her social media account or somebody else's social media account to look at people's pages that we did not like. I say this all the time now, like, how are you spending so much time and energy on somebody if you don't like them? And I'm able to answer that question when people put it out there, because I used to be that person back in the day when I was just all messed up and just not in the right state of mind and was really in the world. But yeah, we would spend so much energy trying to see other people's pages that we didn't have access to, that were private and that were blocked, so that we could look at them. It was like we were like obsessed with them. Like we had to be obsessed with them, because why are we worried about them if we don't like them? But yeah, that was all a part of our relationship, all a part of our friendship. It's putting other people down, even if it wasn't to their face. We were talking about it. I was trying to get the tea from her, sis was trying to get the tea that I knew from me, and that's where the root of our conversations and our friendship came from. Yeah, we would have side conversations about things other than those females, but maybe it was like, oh, what nail color should I get? Oh, like, what hairstyle should I get? Oh, like, did you see this or something? But mainly, we was just trashing other people. And that was what our friendship was. And little did I know, she was already talking about me behind my back and saying slick stuff to our mutual friend, who had to put kind of like a stop to it and like check her. But she gonna say what she want to say. She was saying what she wanted to say. And long story short, like, not to drag it out, because that was like the main causes and the main root, the friendship between our mutual friend and her came to an end, as well as our toxic friendship came to an end. She wanted to fight me and everything because of some other stuff she had going on in her life, like a whole total mess. That situation happened. Never like talked to her ever again. Like, found out, like, you know, she was like envious and jealous of me, and I'm like, well, me and her was envious and clearly jealous of the girls that we was talking about all the time. So she just was like all messed up. I was messed up, but she was like always messed up. But I got my life together, and I ain't even gonna talk about nobody and where they at right now, because everybody's path is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody comes to a breaking point and a light bulb moment in their life at different points in their life. And I came to mine, and that's all I'm gonna say. What I want to bring to you guys' attention is the seriousness and the vital role that friendships play in your life. Like, you should be super intentional about who you let in your life, who you allow to have your time and spend your time with, because time is something you will never ever get back. So it's very important about who you spend your time with and what friends you have in your life. So I think that we all should take the time to evaluate our friendships and ask these certain questions. So the first question I think that we should all ask about our friendships: how did you become friends? When I look back on my toxic friendship, we became friends because of a mutual friend, and that was because she wanted me closer as an enemy. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. But I didn't see that. I was blind to the fact that she was keeping me closer for a reason. 2, when you communicate, what do you communicate about? Like I said, what we mostly communicated about was other females. We were trashing them, we were talking bad about them, and we were always gossiping. We were never talking about positive things for the most part. It was always gossiping, it was always negative. So if you are having that same pattern with a friend, if the only reason y'all chat and y'all group chat is to send screenshots of other girls' pictures and, oh, what she got on, or why her hair like that, oh, she gaining weight. If it's always something like that, that is not a positive friendship, because y'all should, first of all, why y'all worried about other people? How about y'all send pictures of stocks? Yo, this stock is doing a really good trend. We might want to think about investing. But no, you want to be talking about females that probably are not worried about you, but you're just spending your time and energy because you have some type of animosity, hate towards them, which really reflect on how you think about yourself. All right, number 3, what's the nature of the relationship? So that's kind of what I've been saying about that toxic friendship that I had. The nature of our relationship was just negativity. It was just gossip. It was degrading. It was nothing positive about the relationship. So figure out what's the nature of the friendship that you have. Like, when I talk about my positive relationships, like the nature of some of my positive relationships would be uplifting, encouraging. Like, I have optimistic friends. Like, I have certain friendships that are beneficial all around. You should be able to gain from all of your friendship, vice versa. They should be able to gain from you as well. It should be iron sharpening iron. It shouldn't be a one-way street. Ask yourself, do you guys ever hang out? And granted, you don't have to hang out all the time. Y'all don't need to see each other once a week. Y'all don't even have to see each other once a month. Even if you connect twice a year, you know that you want to and you can hang out with that person. My toxic friendship, I didn't want to hang out with her. And that should have been another red flag. Like, I wasn't pressed to hang out with her. I didn't want to be in her presence. Like, I have friends that I want to be in their presence. Like, even if it is a couple times a year, because I do have one of those really good friends that we might just connect twice or 3 times a year. But when we plan to hang out, like, I want to be with her. I want to hang around her. That it's just her spirit and in her light, her personality, etc. The conversations we have, the things we talk about. So, can you actually hang out with that person, and do you want to hang out with that person? And one of the last questions, do you honestly and truly trust them? Can you tell them something and you know it's not going into another person's ear? I know if I tell my friends things, it's going to stay with them. But I know that in that toxic friendship, if I told her something, there was a high percentage that she was going to tell the next person. And at that time in my life, I'm like, she tell what she want to tell. Because if they come for me, like, what's up? Y'all know I was a little wild one. But I don't even have those types of conversations anymore. And something I learned from a mentor at church is being able to address your friends when they say certain things to you. So say you don't want to have that negativity around you, don't want to gossip about other people. This is a tagline that you can use when someone comes to you like, yo, did you see Keisha had this on? Or did you know that Keisha was messing with so-and-so? Say, what did I do? What did I do to make you feel comfortable enough to tell me that? Because I don't want to do that again. Because I don't want you to feel comfortable talking about anybody to me. If it's not something positive, if it's something negative, it's something to bring somebody down, it's somebody else's business. Please tell me what I did to make you feel comfortable to tell me that. And if I did do something to make you feel comfortable, I'm going to take note and be like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I ain't really trying to talk about that. Dead it. Especially if it's somebody that's important to you and you want to keep that friendship. You gotta be honest and you gotta be able to confront without being confrontational. And that's something that I had to work on. Being able to confront situations without it being negative or confrontational. Because every confront that you do does not have to be confrontational. Okay? Okay, so like, I think I kind of covered everything. I told you a little story time about the toxic friendship that I had and how petty, how immature, and how insecure that I was as a young person, or a younger person, because I'm still young, and how I evolved and changed. So just pay attention to your friendships. Pay attention on who you allow to have your time and spend your time with, and who you allow in your circle, because they are just as important as intimate relationships, because those are people you confide in, those are people you keep close to your heart, those are people you share your spirit with, those are people that you allow to come in and they're able to interrupt things in your life, whether it be your spirit, your emotions, your feelings. They're able to interrupt those things. So that's why it's very important on who you want to have around you. So evaluate your friendships, figure out if they're toxic or enough, or if there are some things you need to address in those friendships. Make those adjustments, and let's have some healthy, fun, light-filled friendships. Okay, that's all I got for y'all today. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate your support. I think that right now, in this time that we're living in, it is so important for us to be the light. I always talk about spreading the light, but I live that life. Like, I live the light life. Like, I try to spread the light and be the light wherever I go. It seems to be like a really dark time right now with everything going on. Black Lives Matter, period. And not to get real deep into it right now, because this video wasn't about that, but I seen someone comment on one of my friends' posts, like someone that I know personally, and say all lives matter. But the thing is, it's not that we're saying your life doesn't matter, but your life isn't under attack. Black lives are under attack. Black lives are being killed off because of the color of their skin. So that's what we mean when we say Black Lives Matter. Like, we matter. Like, and it doesn't seem prevalent to the cops and to people who are murdering black people. So with that being said, not to get too deep, because I like can feel myself getting like kind of heated and kind of emotional. Let's just be the light. Like, let's continue to be the light in this time of day. Let's stand up for what we believe in and make sure we're educating ourselves on what's going on before we speak out or before we go against anyone. So education is key first. Educate yourself about what's going on and take it from there. Do what you can do. And remember, to be the light wherever you go, because wherever you go, the light shall follow. Thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure you press that red subscribe button down below and press the thumbs up if you liked this video. I love you guys so much.